I can't stop swinging around on this chair. Ooh. Wow. Back we go. Maybe I should start my videos like this in the future. Hi. How are you? Someone delete me, please. Hi. How are you? Sorry, I couldn't resist. Hello everybody, it's me, Ellie, and a gin, because this video is weird to do. You'll have to excuse me as I ease back into doing this again because it feels very weird, especially now I'm just chilling by myself, but it's fine. I've decided that it's been long enough now that I haven't done a video and I'm feeling ready again, so I'm gonna give this my best shot. A lot of you might follow me on social media and a lot of you might not, so you might not know what's actually happened. You might be wondering why the name of the channel has changed, why there's just me now, and what's gone on in and amongst, in between, everything. Well, don't know where to start, but for those of you who might not know me and might be like,
who this bitch?
I'm Ellie, this me. I'm 23 and I live in Huddersfield, which is in the north of England, West Yorkshire. I now live at home with my mum and dad again.
Thanks mum and dad for putting up with me in my life situations.
And I have a girlfriend. It always sounds weird to say, doesn't it? I always still find it weird. And she's called Sarah. Hey girl. And yeah, I've still got Poppy. Poppy still lives with me. That's my dog that you may have seen on previous videos or on my Instagram. I'm currently not unemployed, but not employed, but not anything. I'm just between things. And yeah, that's me. But I guess I'll start with just to maybe talk a little bit about what's gone on the past 6 months. I'm probably not gonna go through too much detail. I just personally don't think it's necessary. The reason that I took over the channel is because I did most of the content like creation anyway and did all the video editing myself, and obviously I've still got the camera. Harley herself has actually taken over what used to be our Instagram, so I thought, well, maybe I should take over the channel then, because that seemed to be the way that went. But anyway,
Other than that,
I'll probably be keeping some of the videos up because I just think that having any positive LGBT media online is really important for young people. But obviously as I create more content myself, I'll be probably deleting some of them because it just feels, I don't know, I guess it just feels weird having that still there as if we're still together, because we're not. I know I'm contradicting myself here. I just haven't really worked out what I'm doing yet. So yeah, I just wanted to add that in. I guess, where am I now? Where are we at? So we're in June now. And if you see my hands, please don't judge. I did my tan earlier and I've run out of those mitt things, you know. And so therefore, we now have this as a situation, which is just ridiculous because I look ridiculous. It looks like I've been in the garden and not washed my hands, but that's not the case. Me and Harley broke up back in January this year. We started having the conversation about not feeling happy in our relationship anymore back in December of last year, and if I'm honest, on a number of occasions beforehand. Then in January we officially broke up, and obviously we lived together, we had a business together, and we shared everything. I think one of the toughest things for me about the breakup was just kind of having to split that and make sure everyone was happy with the way that that went, and obviously that's never going to be easy and there's never going to be everybody happy with what's going on, but I personally feel like we did it mostly maturely. Yeah, we got done what needed to be done. We had a lot of support around us. I personally had my family, my friends around me at that time. I'd got into a really bad place because I think I relied very heavily on Harley for a lot of things, and therefore when the relationship wasn't going well, I then felt like I was crumbling, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it, to be honest with you. Because I'd had the car accident, I still really couldn't go to the gym and things like that, and I think that was really hard for me because exercise always really helps me stay positive and feel really good about myself. I'd lost a lot of weight due to being really down, and I knew I needed to put a little bit back on. And yeah, anyway, around this time, how do I even start this story? Okay, so I had a very close friend, and me and this friend have always gotten on really well. From the first time we met each other, we just kind of clicked. You know those people that you just there's something about them and you just think like, oh, such a lovely person. And I'd see her on quite a few like nights out that, you know, both me and Harley would go on. She really liked her as well. We just got on really well. Then as a couple of months had gone by, through like February, March, we started seeing each other. Yeah, it just went really well. Both couldn't deny what was clearly there between us. And then around March time, I think it was, Harley decided to put it on her Instagram story that I had cheated on her with this girl. I can hand on my heart say both me and the person I'm with now both held very strong morals that we weren't going to do anything like that. Even though I think we both knew we'd liked each other for quite some time, that conversation wasn't had until it was appropriate, if that makes sense. Obviously, people probably even to this day will have made up their own judgments about the timings, the way that things happened, things like that. But ultimately, I know where I was at in my relationship with Harley and how bad things were, and I just don't feel like it's anyone's place to make a judgment on what I did going forward because they had no idea what was going on between us. It's nobody's business. It's between me and Harley, and what's going on now is between me and my girlfriend, and I just think that that's the way it should be. I just wanted to clear that up because I feel like I never addressed that on social media. I didn't feel a need to be honest with you, but I just think it might be important for me to mention that now. Even if anyone that she knows watches this video and feels the need to know that, like, there we go, the information's there for you. So a couple of months, still resting after the car accident, blah, 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 bloody nightmare. I've now finished my physio from that, so I'm improving in terms of that. I am now doing a summer job. Whoa, 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 whoa. Excuse me, my gin, by the way. I just felt it was just a cute vibe to have a nice drink while I was doing this very awkward conversation with you all. I'm trying to think of anything else to cover. Oh my God. I put a little thing out on my Instagram. I've just eaten some carbonara and I think my lipstick's all come off, but we're gonna go with it. I put a question, I didn't put a question, I put a box so that people could ask me questions, and I thought that might be the best way to open things up because there's some really good ones actually. I'm impressed, guys, bringing it forward. So, first up, Bethany, and she said, what are my goals? Good question, Bethany. I think at this point, my goals are to fully find like what I want to do with my life going forward, because I definitely think I'm one of those people that is kind of just bobbing along and like going with whatever, but I don't actually know what my career, I can't deal with my hands. I can't like work out where I want to go. So I don't know if I want to continue in marketing. I don't know if I want to go down a fitness route, and I don't know if I want to work social care and like looking after young people. And those three are so different from each other that obviously there's no crossovers really. I'm gonna wait until I've done my summer job for the 4 weeks and see if that gives me an insight into whether I feel like I'm ready enough to kind of take on a job as serious as being a social worker or working with vulnerable young people. And then, yeah, we'll see where we're at in a couple of months' time, and I might have another update video, but right now that's my goals. Becca, oh, really cute, she put, you got this. Thanks, girl. How are you feeling in yourself? I almost wish I'd recorded a video earlier on this year, because I think seeing the two different versions of myself, or like seeing where my head was at mentally at the start of this year compared to where it is now, I feel like a different person. I just feel like I had no motivation for life or for anything for that matter. I lost my, you know, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but I just lost all, I felt like I'd lost all hope and all reason to live life without getting too into it. Put me in a very vulnerable place, and I think with the help of people around me, I've really been able to like build that back up again. And I've still got a long way to go, I think, in terms of like my self-esteem and my self-confidence, but I have my own ways of kind of trying to deal with that, and getting back to the gym's been a really good thing for that, I think, personally anyway. Ellie Kendall put, what are you looking forward to in the future? I think at the moment, just taking each day as it comes and just looking forward to the things that I've got within the next few weeks is really helpful for me, because sometimes if I think too much into the future, I get really anxious and start thinking something awful is going to happen. Like, me and Sarah are going to see Lewis Capaldi in July. I'm doing my summer job in a week and a bit, and I've just got this time where I'm like, I don't know what is happening. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I kind of love that, like the mystery sometimes. I don't like planning too much because that stresses me out.
Add to my long list of things that stress me out.
But yeah, they're the things I'm looking forward to in the near future. Favourite experiences from uni? Ooh. I definitely think meeting such a wide variety of people was one of the best things about uni. I think it kind of shapes what you look for in certain friendships and what you probably won't look for in the future in relationships as well. I feel like at uni, I'd say probably the most people you're ever going to meet in your life. I did personally anyway, because if you think about how big your university is, you meet people all the time and then your friends have got friends they introduce to you and you just end up with this really wide circle of friends and acquaintances, and I just think it's a really good experience. I also was on cheerleading at uni, like society. I think being on a society is really good. Even if you don't carry it through the whole way through uni, I think meeting people outside your course or where you live is really good to kind of open up new doors as well. And that's probably my favourite experiences. If you could change anything that's happened in the past, would you, and why? And that's from Ellie as well. I think this is a really good question, and me and Sarah have this conversation quite a lot because I think I've made some questionable decisions many times in my life, but I try to take everything as a lesson. You can spend too much time mulling over things and thinking I shouldn't have done that, I wish I'd not done that, but have you not had those experiences, you can't then use those lessons in future, and you're probably going to have that lesson at some point in future if you don't have it now. There's certain decisions that I wish I'd taken more advice on and taken more time to think about. I'm quite I want to do this, I'm going to do this, and there's nothing that anyone can do to stop me a lot of the time, so I can't look back and be like, oh, I should have listened to so-and-so's advice, because likelihood is I didn't ask for anyone's advice because I tend to just do it. I'm a typical Aquarius. There's no telling me. I'll go and do it, and then I'll kind of deal with the consequences after. Not a sensible way to do things, guys. So if anything, if I could go back and like talk to myself and be like, here's some advice, it would be to kind of sleep on it. If you still want to do it tomorrow and the day after, maybe there's some weight behind it, and if not,
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
anyway. I don't feel like there's anything else really that I can talk about. I don't feel like it has dramatically changed, but it hasn't dramatically changed as well, do you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's all there is to say right now for life updates. So for now, thanks for watching.